Welcome to Grenfell. Big map, little farm. We're just going to do oat and wheat for straw and grass. It's a livestock. Well, it's primarily a dairy farm. And we just leave home. It's very bushy, so we're out in the middle of the countryside, and we're up on the hill. We're a long way up on the hill. Have a little map tour around. Got the bulls in here. They're only young'uns. They're the four we bred last season. So we've got the four young bulls in there. They're only a month old, 1 month old today, considering I play it on 1 month. I'm waiting on the grass. I'm totally out of bales. I've got no straw or hay bales. I've got no silage bales done. I made these sheds myself, these ones. And I've got a couple more over the other side of the new dairy barn there. Yeah, I just got my attachments in here, so that's where all the silage goes, and the straw and the hay go in here. Got my slurry pit. I wonder if we've got any, and it's empty, so we'll have to cart some over. I don't think we'll have much slurry. I did it the other day, but we sold it for the money. This is the new dairy barn that came out on the mod hub yesterday. Very cool. It's awesome. Nice and big. I'll do a flyover in a moment. So they've all got their straw and their TMR. I'm not sure why they need straw, well, except for bedding, because they don't give manure. So I've put a manure pit here, as I usually do with my fields. Whoa, hang on a minute, they are giving manure. What the... Okay, for 6 months, no manure. All of a sudden today, manure. This barn's different. It's where your water goes. So your straw goes in here. There's a trigger just here in the middle. I turn my triggers off, but there's a trigger right here in the middle. You drop the straw bedding down. Now it makes sense why they have straw. Wow, that's awesome. And I've only got 781 litres of slurry, so I like it. The cow barn's good. The field's awesome. The only other field I've seen bigger than this is on the New Jersey map, and the modder extended the fields. This is more like it. The modders are getting it, or Giants are allowing the modders to do it. Either way, it's good to see a nice big field. You'll see how big it is when I do the flyover in a moment. It's only a small farm. These barn doors don't open. It'd be nice if they did, but like, it's fenced off anyway, and there's some stuff in front of this one, some bales. So yeah, it would be nice to be able to drive through there, but for realism's sake, you probably wouldn't. You'd have to get the cows out and lock the gates. So for realism, I understand why. It's good to see an animal pen that holds the right amount of animals for the right amount of pasture area. So hats off to the modder here. I'll give you his name soon. Awesome mod, looks great, and yeah, it's a decent size. As you can see, the field's pretty decent at pasture, and I've got just the right amount of cattle in that one. I've got 12 in there. It'll hold 250 I think, but I would not like to put 250 cattle in there. There'd be nothing for them to eat. So this shed here, so I make it myself, make these sheds myself. These are actually bunker walls, so I use them at the back, and then I use awnings, and I double the awnings up. They overlap so the rain will still trickle down and won't actually come inside. So that's why I've got the pitch roof and the lower end this side, so the water will run and fall off the front. So, but I like to make my own sheds because 99% of the sheds in the game are just garbage. They're shit. They're crap. I use this to transport the cows around. Now I've got three cow pens. This is the breeding pen. We've got one bull in here. He's only the young bloke. He's the calf. He's 1 month old today, and these 6 girls are 2 months old today. So he's a month younger than him. Hopefully he likes the older ladies, and hopefully the older ladies like the younger bull. I'm pretty sure, going off my experience, the older ladies don't mind the young bull. So yeah, this is the breeding pen, this one here. And when they're bred up, the calves go into the main dairy, and any bulls we get go over to the bullpen that we just had a look at. I've got windmills everywhere. That's my straw barn. It'll hold straw. It'll hold straw, hay, grass and silage, which is pretty cool. As you can see, very bushy. I love it, near the bush and the hills and that. So this is a little bit more painting to do, but it's coming together fairly well. I've got the new, I use it as a Heston. So Heston, but this is for the grass. It's going to make grass so much easier. It's a pretty cool mod. You can see lots of trees, lots of hills. I've got the axle flow in there with the draper trailer, completely undercover. I usually do that, put 3 of the large carports together, and it fits in there. The height's fine, so it looks closer than what it actually is, but there's plenty of room, heaps of room. So as long as you stay centered, you won't have a problem. I've only got $18,000. I'm waiting on the crop to grow. We're going to go down the hill and have a look at it. And I've got the big fend in here. I need this guy big time. He without this tractor and the twins on it, I wouldn't have been able to even get my fields ploughed. You'll see why in a moment. You need big horsepower for where I'm built. As you can see, we're up pretty high, so the road goes down fairly steep there. And I just got my seeder, or my planter, and cultivator in there. We've got the workshop here. That's for harvest. We use the D-double there for harvest. And we're going to head down the hill. I'll go in first person. You can see how steep this is. It's fairly smooth. As you can see, lots of trees and stuff. So the rest of the map has got to be built yet, but I have to make the money to do it. So we're relying on the shop for the sales point at the moment. And as you can see, let's as you can see, it's fairly steep, and taking a load up, well, you can see the variant of height between the tractor coming down the hill and the B-double truck up there and the sheds. So it's it's a bit of a journey to get up there when you're fully loaded, which is good fun, which is what I like to do. You see, it's a massive field, huge, and that's the way I intended to build it. We'll just roll around here a bit. We'll go through the marsh. There's a bit of a wet marsh area just down here at the bottom. Just while we're on the approach to that, you can see that's right up the hill. Lots of bush and trees. It's been a pretty good build. We're only just getting started. I've only got $18,000, so we're waiting on the crop to grow before we can make any money. This is all a marsh area. You see there's water everywhere. And all over the road. You can't paint this out. This is there for good. So no matter what you do, the grass will always be through this section here. So I decided to make a bit of a marsh area out of it. A bit of a slip and slide and mushy area. So you can't paint over it. You can't get rid of it. It just stays there. When you zoom out, it's the original vine field. And when you get rid of the vines, I'll zoom out again, you can see that the vine field stays there. There's nothing you can do to get rid of it. I've dug it down, I've dug it out, I've laid it flat again, it just stays there. It's just how it is. We'll head over to, I've only got 3 fields. And just while we're cruising on down, we're going to chuck a ride up this road. But up here on this mound, I'm going to bridge it across. So I'm going to run a bridge across here. Will be a double bridge. Link it up here, and I'll get rid of this road. And we'll put a river through this map. Put a river right through. So that's going to head towards the bridge that way. That way's going to head towards where the river's going to go. So as soon as I make some money, I'll be able to start building the rest of the map. But I want to do it legitimately. I don't want to spawn money and do any of that stuff. Make a quarry over there. Oh, make a quarry right over there where you can see the stone. So you can see that's a long way up the hill. It's right up there. It took me quite a while to dig that out and get it to look right and smooth it and whatever. We'll go and check out our fields here. We've got the balloon up in the air. It's a sunny day. We'll go back over the marsh. It's a funny mod this. The front wheels don't turn until you turn the steering wheels, and then they'll turn a little bit, but otherwise they just sit still like that. Very strange way I don't think the modder realised we're not supposed to go across here. So I'll go back up the hill, we'll come back down the other side and we'll go and have a look at the fields. I've got one main grass field and oat, because oat pay good money. And I get straw off it, and the other one's wheat, of course. Everyone does wheat, and you get good straw off wheat as well. So we're up on the climb. You can see that's a long way up still. It's a very, very big hill. We've got nothing on the back of this one, so it's not going to feel it too much, but when you pull a bit of a load up, boy oh boy, it's heavy. You can see we're on the steep part of the climb now. Look around to the left, so just one quick little view in here. There's the new Hessen. We use that as our new mower. It's a pretty good mod, that one. It's going pretty good. I like it. It's not really realistic with the header, but I don't know any headers that'll cut grass like that. But still, it's going to save me a lot of time. So I've got the draper behind the case under the 3 carports. This is the main shed. And we've got the workshop in there. So all good to go. And we've got a B double here that does all the harvest. use that for harvesting. We'll be filling up the grain silo first. We won't be running it straight for sales, not this time anyway. We need the money. So I've done a few hills and made it really really bushy. So like I said, it took a long time to get this right, to get that smoothness to come along the side of the hill, but I like it. It's got that edge to it. There's the main silo here. This is where we store the milk and that. And that's the breeding pen. 1 bull, 6 girls. We've got storage over there for our straw blower and TMR mixer and stuff. The manure. I use this ramp here. I bring the trailer in, park it along here, and we raise the deck out, and the lip will come out and then lower itself down, and then we just use the front end loader and bucket out the poop back into here, up the ramp, and we're able to reach the trailer. So that's working really well. This is the brand new mod that came yesterday. The new large barn. The field on that's cool. I'll do a flyover in just a moment. But that's where all the girls go in there. No bulls go in there, just the girls. So that first one we seen was the breeding pen. Whenever I breed and we get bulls, they go in here. These guys are only a month old, so they bred yesterday, and I got 4 of them, so that's pretty cool. 4 boys and 3 girls. I prefer it the other way around, but nonetheless we'll fatten them up. We'll get a few good bucks for them. This is straw and hay bales, but I'm out of bales. Keep my attachments out under this shed. I made that shed myself. That there's for silage bales. So I don't pack down silage. I don't worry about it. It's too much work for not enough reward. And there's me water fill there. We've got 3 windmills on the farm. There's the house. Just before we head down the big hill, we've got the house there. This one's not as steep, but still fairly steep coming up the other side with a full load. So these are my 3 fields. I think I'll just do a flyover from here. I was going to drive down to show that it doesn't look big on the map, but they are fairly big, decent fields, and lots of bush. If I could buy a property, it'd be full of bush and a little bit of cleared area where I'd be able to do some livestock work. I may as well just park here. We'll do a little flyover from where we are. So I got oat in this field. It doesn't look big, but it is, and you get a really good crop off it. So I got oat in here. I'm running grass on this one because I need hay badly, so we're going to use that. And this one's wheat, so we'll get straw off this one. We'll get straw off oat as well. So this is the flyover here. I can't do anything about the bottom there. It's console. It's how it is. So I'll keep the grass mowed around the outside. Keep the snakes away from the house. Well, that's the idea. A little bit of a hedge in there. Nothing much. So there's the secondary silo. That's mainly when I make TMR, I can dump it into there. The bullpen. I've got my bale sheds are down here in this little corner, and my attachments. Lots of bush. Here's the new large dairy barn, Now, it holds 250. I'm not going to do 250 cattle in here. I might probably have about 70 at most, and I'll keep it at 70. Otherwise, the pasture's just not big enough to hold 250. Like, they would be starving. Even if you gave them feed, they'd just be so cramped out here. So I'm trying to do it realistically. So about 70 would be fine in there. You do have to put water with this one. So just a heads up there, you put your water there, and your straw gets dropped off in here. That's their bedding. The mod also comes with this small shed here attached to it, so it's all one piece, and it's pretty cool. Fits the medium tractor well, and my my round baler. That's the fast baler, by the way. It's the best one in the game. So yeah, you can see it'll hold 70. It'll hold 110 maybe, but I think 70 would be fine. I wouldn't want to go more than that. So I use bunker walls at the back here. They don't seep through. I use these bunker walls a lot, and I make my own sheds like this. I got the runoff like that so the water doesn't run in when it rains, and these are all dry. I use that to transport the calves from one pen to the other. This is the breeding pen here. I've got one bull. There he is there. He's only a month old. I've got the old girls in here, so they're all ready for a taste of the young bull. They'll breed up. So yeah, it's going pretty well. I just got to make money now, and probably each day I'll be able to do a little bit more. As you can see, I've made some hills. A lot of it you won't see, but I've still spent a lot of time getting it all rolling and nice and smooth and no sharp edges, and kind of try to make it look as natural as possible. I think it's worked out fairly well. So this is only the tiny little corner of it here at the moment, and we've got a bit of a drop off into natural reserve here, so I wanted to keep this front edge like it, and onto a mountain, side of the mountain, and this just runs all the way. So this was how it was, just like this, before I started doing any work to it. And just a rolling hill, and I decided to build the farm on side of the rolling hill. As you can see, I've had to smooth it over and bring it over and whatnot, and then I know how to use the landscaping tools, so that's why this is the way it is. I was able to get this super duper smooth, nice curvature up. It's steep, but not too steep. You can certainly hear the tractors working when they're climbing up with a load behind them when we come from the field and we're bringing crop up, and or bringing anything up here with a load on it. The tractors are working hard. They drop down a gear or two, and but they keep going. It's not enough for them to stop, but you can hear the engines working really well. Probably going to put a seed at the small seed production down this end, and I'll get all the limestone up over this end here. I'll put all the limestone in here and get some bunker walls at the back. Put the lime production down here. I think I like to make my own lime fertilizer and seed instead of running to the shop all the time and buying stuff. So that's pretty much all there is to the build as for the moment. You can see it's this edge here is not as steep, and yeah, so that's about it for now. Come back, I'll do another live stream when these guys are growing, we're ready for harvest. So just made it very bushy. I love the bush, and I wanted the farm to be kind of it's centralised in the middle of all of that. And yeah, it's kind of coming up really well. So livestock area down here, got the house, storage, livestock, silos, storage, and then I got the heavy machinery down here away from the livestock. So the heavy machinery around here come up and down here. None of the heavy machinery come actually into the farm area itself, so it's all pretty much organised. And yeah, so there's me fields, only 3 of them, and that's all I need. I will do a complete build in here and have AI farms, which will only just be left like this, unseeded. Well, all mine are seeded. They're at the first growth stage at the moment, so they're just germinating. But with the other farms, I'll do like a fairly big suburb in the middle, large town, and just do a complete map build. But I just wanted to get the farm up and running first so I could start making money and do it all legit. So anyway, gonna leave it there. I'll park this guy up. So that bush is going to have to go. Get home and make me some dinner, dear. I'm such the comedian. And we'll just park this guy up at home. Just dropped into the red line. Working a little bit, but we've got no weight behind it, so it's not going to matter at all. Love the old tractors. Nothing like them. We'll call that a day. It's going to be a good build. And from the front door, you wake up to that every day. You betcha. I'll take that all day, every day. Still waking up looking at people's fences and backyards and front houses and listening to all the garbage they go on with. I'll take this over anything. Alright, see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.